All right, everybody, well, just give me just a second. Whoever's in here, just wait, don't leave. I'm about to go ahead. I'm going to wait for a few people to get in here. All right. All right, thank you guys for joining. Go ahead and make sure that you drop your name and what state, just your first name and what state you're from, and then we'll get started once more people get in. All right, I'm just sharing, so hold on. I'm just trying to get it all shared so everybody can get in the live. I want everybody to be in here. All right. Go ahead and drop your first name and what state you're from and whatever concerns that you have. I will read out of the comments so that everybody can be heard. Just a moment. All right, it says that it's reconnecting. Hold on. Okay, got it. Here from Texas. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. See, couldn't do this without you. All right, this is so exciting. I'm glad we could finally get in here and do this and get this done. As well, I would like to, since I am on live, I would like to let everybody know that I am going to be reading some parts of an article as well and some parts of different articles because I want you guys to be up to date. And I'm sorry, my voice is going in and out, but I want you guys to be up to date with all the information that's coming through. I've been researching all day constantly. I look a little hot mess, but I'm good. We got to get some more people in here and then we'll get started on this. I'm going to continue to keep sharing while we're waiting. All right. Here we go. Let me share it just a moment. Because I want to make sure that everybody's voices get heard. Tasha from Minnesota, thank you. Thank you for joining. So glad that you could be here. I don't want to have to keep going over the same thing over and over again, so I want to go ahead and get more people in here so that we'll be able to get this thing started because I really want to get everybody's feedback on this. I want to know everybody's opinions on it and how you feel about it. Just trying to get some more info as I go. I will be, if you notice, excuse me, looking away. Oh, you're more than welcome, Tasha. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being one of the voices that want to be heard so that we can get the American people to help. When I first started my YouTube channel, this is just a little backstory. I started my YouTube channel back in 2009, and it was just 2 small videos of me singing because I sing, I write music, I like to do harmless little pranks, comedy, as some may know as going through my YouTube channel. Excuse me. And I never really thought that it would amount to anything. But then I started thinking to myself, maybe I can make a career out of this. And then I had some deaths in the family. I've lost two of my older sisters, got one left. I lost my grandmother. So I've a lot of deaths in the family, a lot of things going on. So I put it on the back burner and I was like, you know what? When I got back to the state of Alabama from Wisconsin, I said, I need to find something to do. I may be disabled, but there's got to be something that I can do, to better the future of me and my kids and my family. So I won't have to just be a stay-at-home mom. I can do other things. I do have other talents. So I was like, okay, I'll just go ahead and start picking up on my YouTube channel again. Well, somebody had inboxed me a couple months back and said, I love the way you present your content and the way you narrate content and the way you show yourself on YouTube. Would you mind, or do you ever think about doing any videos for the stimulus? And I'm like, I took a couple days, thought about it, a couple hours or whatever. I thought about it and I was like, maybe I should do that. Maybe that could be my contribution to the American people, since we're all sitting around having to deal with the same mess from the government. Maybe I should and go and start doing the research because I'm so sick and tired of all the lies and all the propaganda back and forth with all of the stuff. So I'm like, let me just go ahead and start doing my research first before I start doing stimulus videos. So long story short, that's what I did. I went and started doing deep research, trying to pull everything that would be substantial enough, fact finding, stuff that would show that what I report is true. That's why I always attach an article or an interview within my content videos, because I want people to see that I am doing the research and it's not lies. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I was starting to be verbally attacked, being told, well, you are not telling the truth. You're a liar. Stop spreading lies for money. I don't make money off my content, but I wanted to do this so that I could be able to help everybody get to where they get some type of comfort knowing that help's on the way. So I've done contacted governors, senators, mayors, representatives. I've done contacted all kinds of people that I could get in contact with, writing, emailing, texting, calling, messaging, any way that I could get in touch with them. And I never really got a response back from anybody. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and take this person up on the offer. Let me go ahead and do stimulus videos. So I started doing the stimulus videos. And then this beautiful woman comes in my life from the other night, Courtney, and has the same idea that I had. But when I had spoken about it, I was bullied and verbally attacked, and my name was being bashed all over social media. And I don't need that because I'm trying to build a brand with my YouTube channel. And I'm trying to get it to where maybe one day I can start my merchandising line, the ML family merchandising line. And then I'm like, okay, this makes absolutely no sense. I'm not going to deal with this. And then all of a sudden I see Courtney's post. And Courtney, I hope you don't mind me calling out your name. But I seen Courtney's post and I'm like, oh my God, there's somebody who thinks the same way as me, ain't afraid to speak their mind. Let's get it out there. Let's get it broadcasted. So here we are today, doing a live in order for us to get it out to the media so that they can get it out to the Congress people who are in control of supposedly helping us, but they're not doing anything. And I'm not going to keep sitting back and watching American people suffer, because I'm one of those American people suffering, just as well as I know that y'all are. I'm not going to keep dealing with it. And I'm not going to keep watching people sit back, losing their homes, losing their cars, ain't got food. I'm over here thinking to myself, how can I help somebody? So here's my contribution. I want to help people. That's what I want to do. That's what I've always wanted to do in my life, is help other people. So here we are. Let's try to get some more folks in here. Oh, we just hit number 4. Somebody just left out. Let's get some more people in here so we can get this live started. And I can stop rambling on about myself. And I would like to get it to where I can start, where I can ask a couple of these questions and see what people's take is on these questions, because I really want to know. These are 4 main important questions that I really want to know other people's stances on, because I know a lot of people feel like I do with this. Courtney says, we need the stimulus bill to pass. Those of us in poverty are struggling bad. People are getting evicted, cars are getting repoed, people are in dire need of help. This is something that none of it stopped. We're going to get this done. We're going to get the help that we need. So let me go ahead and once again, just introduce myself and introduce my channel. Everyone, I am Mary. This is my YouTube channel, ML Family. Make sure that you have subscribed to the channel. Make sure that you have your post notifications on, because I'm sure after this live feed, there's going to be updates coming through like crazy. And I want to make sure that everybody gets the updates that they need to the stimulus package. So I was going to do the Q&A live interviews, but it's okay. Sometimes changes need to be had. Okay, this is something that none of us need to be waiting on or have to be put on the back burner. Jobs are very limited and money is limited. We really need this stimulus. From a lady named Nikki. Yes, Nikki, you are absolutely correct. We do, and it needs to be done. Nikki, where are you from? Another one come through. We need help. We need stimulus to help with bills, rent, household needs, and food. People are being evicted due to the pandemic. We, the people, need help now. Absolutely correct, Leah Estelle. You're very correct. Where are you from, Leah? You are absolutely correct on that. We need this help. We need it now. I'm going to go ahead and try to share this again. While y'all are in here, just share it. Make sure when you share, you tell everybody, make sure you subscribe, turn the post notifications on, because after this live feed, I guarantee it's going to be hands down updates coming through. Leah is from Florida. Thank you, Leah. Thank you for your concern. And I'm telling you, I'm with you on that. I am not going to lie. I'm with you on that. Tasha says, we need a lot of people, but the office is not looking at point of American people. You know what? You are right. You are right. Because the only thing that they're looking at right now is the election. And here's where it gets a little fuzzy for me. When you have somebody say, which I haven't heard them say it yet, but I haven't heard everybody say it, but I've heard a few say it. We'll get the stimulus help after the November election. So that tells me what you're saying is the only way you'll help us is if we vote for you. As far as I'm concerned, that's bribery. That is illegal. You cannot bribe somebody into voting for you. You're either going to help us now or you don't get to keep your seat. Like one person says, that I've noticed has been posting this on all of their YouTube videos. I will not call out any names because I don't have the permission to, but I will tell you this. They say it in almost every video. Either they say it or it's in a hashtag attached to their video. Seats, stimulus for seats, or seats for stimulus. It's not going to happen because you will not be continued to be seated, not on my vote. It won't happen. All right. This afternoon, this evening, I want to ask 4 specific questions, and I would like everybody's feedback on it because these questions I feel are near and dear to me, and I feel like this is like the most biggest questions that need to be asked. So to get into it, I had to make cards so I can make sure that I had my questions on point for y'all. Because I don't want to mess up. Just a second. Let me see where we at. Question. Okay, the first question, and I want you guys to answer honestly how you feel about this, and I know you're going to answer honestly. How do you feel about Congress's response time to getting the American people the help they need? Tasha, you're absolutely right, and that's how I feel. They don't care about us at all. I feel like no matter how many times we call for help, we cry out for help. Courtney, you're right. It is a joke. The response time is a joke because they don't care for us. You couldn't possibly say, I care about my constituents and I know what my constituents want, that coming from the Speaker, Nancy Pelosi's mouth. How could you absolutely say that you care about your constituents and you know what they want? If you knew what they want, you wouldn't have held them out on the $4,000 plus that you have held them out on over these last few months. The stimulus would have been done, it would have been passed. So it goes without saying. You can't honestly say, oh, well, I do. I care. You can't. All right. Second question. If a bill was passed into law right now, how would it change your current situation? You don't have to tell me exactly what your situation is. Just tell me how it would change your situation. You don't have to get into detail if you don't want to. That's perfectly fine. Courtney says exactly. She is selfish, but they all are living the high life while we suffer. You're absolutely right, because they're going home to their fancy houses. They're eating their $500 to $1,000 dinners a night. They're driving their little fancy cars. They're still collecting their little fancy big checks that we, the taxpayers, put in our pockets. While we suffer, they sit on their thrones. And it's ridiculous. Tasha says, I am tired of waiting. Yep, I am too. I'm with you. Angel Platt, thank you for joining. That's right. They have no money, so they don't worry about nobody else. You know what? We don't have money. They do. They don't care. And Courtney says, tremendously, we would be able to keep our head afloat safely. You know what? You're right, because I've said the same exact thing. That if a bill was to pass right now and Donald Trump signed it into law, what would happen? It would fix problems that we're stuck in right now. And I'm going to say this, and a lot of people may not agree with me, but because of the man upstairs, I woke up this morning and I called the power company because my bill was $691. Didn't know where the money was coming from. Didn't know how it was going to get paid. But I woke up this morning and I called the power company because something told me to call it. And when I called, do you guys know what happened? The place where they help you to get your light bill paid $426 of my bill this morning. I'm still stuck with the $266 bill. Don't know where it's coming from. Don't know how I'm going to get the money to pay it. I have absolutely not a dime to my name. And that's why I thank Courtney for telling me, get out there and do this so that people can see exactly the real struggle. I am not joking. I have absolutely no way to get the money. I don't know how I'm going to get the money, and it's due by the 30th. I have 2 kids. I have a 10-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old son. If my power gets off, I will lose my home that I'm in, because that's one of the rules. You have to have power in the apartment. If you do not, you will be put out. Your lease will be terminated automatically. So all I can do is continue praying that we get the stimulus deal, that it gets done, and we can get the stimulus help, because if I don't have the money by September 30th, I'm going to be out on the street with my 2 babies. It's just plain and simple. All right. Tasha says, I will be happy. You know what? And I would be too. I would be very happy. Courtney says, yes. We have to stick together and push, because they say, oh, children are starving. People are going homeless. Well, then pass the stimulus so we don't. Exactly. Tasha says, what's the question again? If a bill was passed into law right now, how would it change your current situation? Angel says, that's right. I read that already. But I feel like if somehow, I thought about setting up a GoFundMe for my light bill and stuff, but I've tried that before, and I was told that I was a fat, lazy bum, that I should go and get a job. I'm permanently disabled. I can't work. So people are who they are. People are not going to change the way they think if that's the way they've been stuck all their life. And that's the same how I feel about Congress. They need to change something because if they don't, the economy is going to keep failing. Just like they said, oh, well, let's get a PPP loan for the small businesses. Well, if you do the PPP loan for the small business, that's just a loan to keep the employees. So if you're keeping the employees, how are you helping the American people if you don't give them stimulus checks? How are they going to pay to buy merchandise from the small business if they have no money? How do you think the small business is going to stay afloat? They're not. Tasha says, I will be happy if they pass it. For my boyfriend and I will have, have bills to pay. Just like everybody else, we have bills to pay, and it needs to be passed so that we can pay our bills. Angel says, help with kids' school stuff, rent, or schools, I apologize, help with kids, school stuff, and rent, just bills in general, especially for the ones that can't work and that is being hurt by not getting it. Yeah. And see, that's what I wish they would understand. There's so many people being hurt by this problem as they sit here and act childish instead of pulling up the big boy britches and saying, hey, you know what? What's done is done. We need to get them the help. We need to stop lingering around. The election is what, 12 days away? We got a debate tonight going on. Not that I really care too much about watching it because for what? This right here is more important to me. This is my debate time. All right, next question is, do you think, and this is a big question, do you think it would be better if the stimulus checks were more money amounts, or would you rather them be retroactive? I feel like, my opinion, both. I think they should be more than 1,200 because they got 1,200 for individual, 2,400 married couple, 1,000 each child up to 3 dependents, 1,200 each adult up to 3 dependents. But what is one $1,200 check gonna? It didn't last back in May or whenever they sent it out. Why is it gonna help now? And I didn't even get the money right away for my dependents until August, I think it was, the end of July, August. So Courtney says retroactive would give ultimately more money. Exactly. Courtney also says more help for bills, but hey, either way, get something in our pocket. And see, that's how I feel. Like they're sitting there arguing over 400 or 600 for unemployment. You're arguing over 400 or 600 for unemployment, but it makes absolutely no sense why you'd be arguing over that when the simple fact, I don't think anybody really cares right now. If you give them $400, $500, $600, give them something for the unemployment. They got to have something because LWA done ran out. And I'm in one of the states where LWA ran out last month, the month before. We're concerned. So let me just say this real quick before I get to the last question. I'm speaking to Congress now. I'm speaking on all of those on behalf of those that are in this live and for those who are not in this live. We need the help. We're tired of waiting. If you do not get us help, how can we survive? It feels like we are being punished for something that we did not cause. It feels like we are being told, just stay over in your lane and the help will get to you when it gets to you. This is not okay. The American people are dying. The American people are being evicted. They're losing their cars. They are starving. People are ashamed of our country because of the way you guys are leading it. You are to be in control. We voted you in to be in control. Take control and do your job. I am not the only one that feels this way. Courtney feels this way. Tasha feels this way. Angel feels this way. Leah feels this way. And who else was it? Nikki feels this way. We all feel this way. We are not the only Americans that feel this way. I'm tired of crying every night, wondering how I'm going to get my bills paid. Where is the next rent payment coming from? Where is the next light bill payment coming from? Where is the next car payment coming from? Looking at my two children, trying to explain to them where their next outfit is coming from. It is getting winter time. The state that I am in stays warm a lot, but it is freezing at night. I cannot let my kids wear shorts in the evening time. My kids need jackets, they need clothes. The rest of my light bill needs to be paid, government. It is time for you to step up and own the position that you were given, because you can be voted out just as quick as you was voted in. Now, back to my comment section. Yes, you're absolutely right. They do forget, Courtney, that we pay their paychecks. Our taxes pays their paychecks. If it was like you're disabled, you don't pay taxes, I'd be doggone if I don't pay a tax. I go to the grocery store and buy food, don't I? I pay for gas, don't I? Taxes is on everything. I feel like that we need to help, just like Tasha just said. Please pass it now. We need to help now. It is not time to do tit for tat or wait until after the election, because waiting after the election ain't going to get you nowhere but an early retirement. We, the American people, need help now. I can't stress it enough. I can keep repeating it all day long. I'm so tired of hearing the deal's closed, the deal's closed, we're almost there, we're going to have a deal, we're going to have an agreement, this and this, that, and the third. One thing's for certain, two things for sure. You don't have an agreement done, and we need the help. You make your mind up, government, what you want to do for the American people, because this is not fair. Make your mind up and make it quick. You better make it quick, because we're not going to keep sitting back with our heads down in our laps trying to figure out how our bills are going to be paid. Now, we still got a good 30 minutes, 32 minutes left in the live. So let's go ahead and take a minor break real quick and start sharing this around so we can get some more people in here and we can get some more voices heard. We need some more comments. We need other people's stories. We need backstories. We need to get out as many people who want to be heard. Even if it's just through the comment, that's fine. Let me go ahead. I'm still here. I'm just sharing. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back. I got to go situate my kid real quick. Do not go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, everybody, I'm back. Courtney says yes, and if they don't pass soon, they're going to end up being protests, and possible riots. People are struggling and at their ends, so they need to really think, is that what they want? I don't know. I swear I feel like me and you are somehow related because you just took out of my mind what I wanted to say. That is so crazy. And another thing that I don't like, I will tell you this. Child support garnishments. When you take child support garnishments from people and you take the stimulus for the child support garnishments, it's really frustrating because for those people who need that money and you're taking that money from them and they have more kids and they don't have that money, what about them? Stop the garnishments. Let everybody get a check. Let everyone get a check. Stop garnishments for anything. Garnishments for the IRS, old bank levies, old loan levies, child support, anything that has the word garnishment that could go with it. Stop. Just stop. It's not fair. I'm going to continue to go ahead through and sharing this, so please don't go nowhere. Stay in with me. All right, I'm still here, guys. I'm just trying to get this shared again. Got to get some more people here. We need more people's voices to be heard. Got to. Hey, Mom, how are you? Everybody, this is my mother, Gail. I'm not yelling. I'm just trying to. What's the purpose? All right, got it shared again. So everybody go in and share this live, get some more people in here so we can get more voices heard. Anybody with concerns, drop it in the comment section and I will speak your concern out. We're all in this together. I spelled the word joining wrong. My bad. What? Why you remove your message? You didn't have to remove it. You could have left it there. Everybody thinks I'm yelling. I ain't yelling. So there's only 2 people left in here. Where'd everybody else go? Oh, Lordy. Oh, yeah, you know what? I think you're right, Courtney. All right, so let's just continue sharing. If you get knocked out, come on back. Because we're going to get our voices heard today. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share it again myself. So everybody can get in on this. Get it. Where are you at? All right, there it is. All right, so now I got to go to. All right, hold on, I'm still. All right. We're going to get this right, guys. We're going to get all of this done. I'm about to ask the 4th question. I'm trying to get this dropped in here. I'm going to ask the fourth question, and I'm going to read a little bit of the articles that I found. All right. Don't mind me if I'm looking down. That's because I'm reading off of my phone. All right. So now with the fourth question, I'm going to read really quickly. If you had the opportunity to speak to Congress, what would you tell them? What would you honestly want to tell them right now? Remember, keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean. What happened to the comments? It just blanked out. I don't know if you guys, I'll reread the question and then you guys send a, I don't know what just happened to my comments. I'll reread the question and then you guys send your answers back through. What was the question again? Hold on. If you had the opportunity to speak to Congress, what would you tell them? I don't know what happened to my comments. They just disappeared, so I don't know what just happened to my comments. Why did that happen? Why are they waiting for the bill? Go ahead and pass it. Why didn't they vote early on it? So we didn't have to be stressed out over all of this. Well, Tasha, that's a perfect answer. I like that. Courtney says, stop being selfish, and if you can't, let's trade places for a few weeks. So you can see just how hard it is, because it's not fair. We work and barely making it because jobs cut because of COVID. We didn't make this virus, but we're the ones suffering. Heck no, you need to go. Absolutely. And I would ask why they keep trying to remove Christ. I'm sorry, I'm messing up my words. My mother, Gail, says, I would ask why they keep trying to remove Christ when he is the real person in charge. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you can't get nothing done if you ain't got, if God ain't in your corner, you ain't getting nothing done. Yes, I can see the comments now. They're now coming through. I don't know what happened. They just blanked out. Now they're coming through. Very, very, very valid answers. I couldn't have said it better myself. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read a part of this article. And the article says, help is on the way. Pelosi says COVID-19 relief deal could be imminent. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi expressed confidence Wednesday that Democrats and the White House are nearing a deal to provide another round of relief To those, what? To those, what? I thought it was just me. These folks ain't making no sense with this mess. To those, to provide another round of relief to those. That made no sense. I'm pretty happy. I think we have a prospect for an agreement, Pelosi said in an interview on MSNBC's Andrea Mitchell's reports, adding that negotiations are in a better place than we have been in past weeks. Pelosi said that she is expected to speak with Treasury Secretary of the Treasury, Stephen Mnuchin, who has been the Trump administration's main representative in the talks with congressional leaders at 2:30 p.m. Wednesday. She reiterated that outstanding issues involve liability protection and how much money should be allocated to the states and cities to help fund essential workers and schools, for example. She said they're at the stage in the talks now where it's just a question then of weighing the equities. Is this worth that? And yes. Tasha says they need to go and get new people in there. Absolutely right. All of them need to be replaced. New people. Gail says if they would put Christ back in court, schools, homes, military, workplaces, half of us would know how to deal with the mess. Absolutely. God will provide. Absolutely. Courtney says, Miss Gail, yes, totally agree. Absolutely. I agree with it. The speaker acknowledged, however, that the final agreement may not happen until after Election Day, which is November 3rd. She said that Senator Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has said he doesn't want to vote on a deal before the election, which Democrats are pushing for. But she said that she's optimistic, and you know what? Blah, 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 blah. That's all I hear. Optimistic. I'm optimistic. We're going to get a deal. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. And they keep saying that it's about the language. What other language is there besides money? Because it's not the language about testing, tracing, and treatment. It's not the language about state and local government. It's not about the language when it comes to the liability protection. You know what it is? It's the money. It's the dollar amount. It's the price. You can't put a price on human life. That's just the way it goes. And that's exactly what's happening. You're putting a price on the human life as we sit back and suffer and you go home to your $1,000 dinner. Your asparagus, steak, and baked potato with all the trimmings on the side. Am I wrong? And another article, this is just a headline, I'm not going to read the entire article. The headline says, and this came out this morning, Pelosi, we've come to terms on stimulus checks, healthcare spending, but differences remain on state and local aid liability protection. Nancy, Fancy Nancy, you asked for $200 billion, state and local. They offered you $250. They offered you $300. With you, it seems like as soon as you get what you want, you pick something else to nitpick at. Just so, because you claim, and I love my air quotes, that Donald Trump is only doing this to get the checks out quicker because of the election, because he wants to be voted in again. Okay, listen to me loud and clear. Come close if you can't hear me. I don't care what he's doing it for. Understand? Does this face look like I care what the president's doing it for? I don't care. Just get it done. I don't care if it's just because he wants to be reelected. That doesn't bother me. Because again, I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican, I don't vote party, I vote policy. People keep asking me, how does that work? It doesn't matter. What matters is it's not done. What matters is that you guys keep saying that we're closer to a deal. Where? Where's the deal? Not seeing it. Get it done. Tasha says Nancy needs to go. Yes. Gail says Pelosi, Hillary, and Joe need to do lunch. Ha ha. All of them need to get together. Because I think this is absurd that we're still sitting here and it's almost November. Holidays are right around the corner. How do you think them holidays is going to turn out? They can possibly turn out spectacular when people have lost their homes. Where they're going to celebrate at? What is there to celebrate? Besides thanking God for giving us another day here on earth. Besides thanking God for our health. Besides telling the Lord happy birthday on Christmas Day. This is wrong. I cannot fathom in my brain, like I can't even get my head wrapped around all of this because it's so hurtful and confusing to the point that I can understand why you can't simply say, you know what? Let's back up. Let's stop for a minute. Let's just agree to disagree on what we agree and disagree on. Let's just get the bill done. I give you what you want. You give me what I want. You both had two separate bills. You got a 1.8. You got a 2.2. Put them both together. What do you got? A stimulus package. Get it out. You both got what you want in your own separate bills. You both win. It's a win-win. Everybody wins. It's a win-win-win. House wins, Senate wins, American people win. Put both of the bills together and make it happen, Captain. Courtney says they're just stringing us along. They're full of themselves. It's time for them to go because they aren't changing. They should be considered terrorists because they are not for the American people. Gail says the only reason the government has all the money is because they suck us dry from years of hard labor down to our mama and papas. Bring Jimmy Carter back if you're going to give us peanuts. Tasha says, stop playing around, guys. Just pass it now. Gail says, you know we're going to eat biscuits and gravy and like it. I can't with you right now, Mike. Like, seriously, are you making biscuits and gravy for dinner? Pass it along. Oh, my goodness. This is what I love, that we can get together and we can take something that is so out of the ordinary, so painful to so many Americans, and we can come together like this and make it into something beautiful. I don't care how far they try to stretch this. They're not going to get anywhere with it. Them taking from us. Like I said, if you pass a stimulus check or stimulus package or stimulus relief bill and you make it law, just think about it, government. You give the American people what they want. You get what you want. We all win. All across the board. Once those stimulus checks and unemployment's out, it's going to go into the economy. Once it goes into the economy, it's cyphered right back in. Where? Back into the government. So you saying that you're in debt, we say we're paying the debt. The debt's been paid. Am I right? Yes, Gail. You will survive. I will survive. We all will survive. By the hand of Jesus Christ, we will survive. We will make it. Adapt, adjust, and overcome. The famous words of my mother. Rise up as the American people. Join together. Let's get the word out to our Congress now because we cannot wait no longer. I'm tired. Let me take my glasses off so you guys can see the hurt and pain in my eyes because it's not a joke. I am tired of every time a news article comes up, I see closer, closer, closer. How many times you going to keep repeating closer as if we're deaf? We're Americans. We're not deaf. We're the American people struggling for the help that we need. You're garnishing stimulus checks as you did the first one for child support, bank levy, owed debt, IRS debt, when people who didn't get the first stimulus, either because they didn't qualify or because they were too old as a dependent or because you guys garnished it. I'm tired of seeing the articles of people dying because you guys didn't want to step up. This is not a game. This is life. I'm going to give you a prime example. Courtney says we shouldn't have to beg them for anything if America's so great. Why are other countries treating and doing for their people? We need money to survive. You're absolutely right. Because if our country was treating us like the other countries were treating their people, we wouldn't be going through this. There's people collecting $7,000 a month and been collecting it since March, since April, since May. Let me pull this up right quick. I want to tell you guys the exact number that I found today. The exact number. COVID-19 cases, USA. I'm going to tell you this exact number, and this is so depressing. It makes me mad. Tasha, I'm tired of this, and it needs to stop, too. I know, it does. I'm sick of it. Now, it is, let's see, what is the number? For cases in just the United States, 8.42 million. That is 8,422,000 confirmed cases in the United States. That today alone added 62,751 confirmed cases to the total of 8 million and something, which made it 8.42 million. Deaths. Just today, 1,170 deaths contributed to make the total death amount 223,000 and some odd number. It's not even giving the exact number. 29 states are rising. I'm in one of the states that they're rising in. And then, one day I looked up and saying that they said that, oh, well, they got 2 million and something that has been confirmed. Now, I reported this on my YouTube channel. They said 2 million and something. There was 7 million some odd cases confirmed. There was 100 and something thousand or 200 something thousand deaths confirmed in the United States, but there was a little over 2 million and something recovered. So if you put the numbers together, just think about it. Where's the other 4 point something million people at that recovered? Where are they? Or didn't recover? Is that not odd? You got over 8 million and something confirmed cases, over 200 something thousand deaths, a little over 2 million recovered. So that means there's like 5 or 6 million cases that are missing. Not saying if they recovered or died. And that's just the United States. I'm confused. I don't know. Gail said, well, let's see what did Trump say. We the people for the people. Let's make America great. We're waiting. I'm waiting. He says, I watched him, and this come out of his own mouth. He said, if it wasn't for coronavirus coming around, I wouldn't have had to do no jobs. I wouldn't have had to come here and meet you people. I don't know where he was at, Minnesota or somewhere where he was telling the people that. So if coronavirus would have never came around, you'd have never went to that state. It took coronavirus to get you off your butt to go and do what you had to do for the country. I'll wait. That don't sound like a leader to me. But that's just my opinion. I'm I want to. I'm so confused. Like I don't know what else to say about it, but I think that we we need to get our voices heard and get it out there, and that's why I'm doing this so that we can, because I want everybody to be able to voice their concerns of everything that's going on and not feel like you have to be afraid to speak up. You don't have to be ashamed because you get help. Now, Gail says Kenosha County is reporting 5,048 confirmed and 1,707 are deaths. That's where I'm from. I'm not there anymore, but that's where I'm from, born and raised. There's so much more. Our voices need to be heard on this stimulus package because if we're not heard, nothing's going to change. I sit there and I look at them talking on the news and stuff, and I'm like, well, what if I could actually be there in the room and tell them how bad we actually are struggling? But then I think to myself, well, I can't be there because they, number one, wouldn't let me. But I would wonder what it was like. And then Courtney come up with this brilliant idea that I do this live. And I'm like, what better way to be heard than to go live? And I'm going to take this live when I am done, and I'm going to share it to everyone I can. Who all still in here with me? Tasha says Trump is ready to sign. He is ready. What's she doing? Yep. You're right. Trump did say that he's ready for her to get the bill to him so he can sign it. What she's doing, she don't care. I don't think Nancy Pelosi cares. Why would she? She's got her paycheck. She's got her money. And that's just how I simply feel and how other people feel. You can't blame us for speaking from the heart, right? I couldn't have said it better myself. I try every day to be as optimistic as she says and as good spirits and positive, and that's all I can do. Let's continue praying and hope. But now we'll be able to get our voices heard by sharing this with every outlet we can and just get it done. We got 2 minutes left in the live, y'all. Courtney's still here. Thank you, Courtney. Yes, you're still here. I'm going to be doing the same. I'm going to be sending it to the news outlets. Make sure, Courtney, you get me them names because I'm ready to go after this ends. Is there anything else anybody else would like to speak on or say before I end this live? I got 1 minute left. Courtney Gail says, Courtney, you in customer service? Courtney says, yes, I will be sending this to all the Senate's emails, and McConnell needs to stop acting like this isn't important. He has lost his mind just like Nancy. You see, that's why I come up with the names I did. Fancy Nancy and Itchy Bitchy. Itchy Mitchy. I did not say the B word. I said Mitchy. Itchy Mitchy. You're absolutely right, Tasha. They need to. They should stop right now. Stop acting like children and get done what needs to be done. Because I'm sick and tired of expecting something to happen and hoping for the best, and we keep getting let down every day. It's not fair. All right. Thank you all for coming and showing support. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, you like, and turn on the post notifications so you can get all the latest updates, because I guarantee that once we start getting this out there and sharing it everywhere, guys, make sure that when you share this, that you please tell everybody, subscribe to ML Family YouTube channel, because updates are going to start rolling in like crazy. I guarantee it. Once we get this out to the senators and the news stations and stuff, we got to get everything out so that we can make sure that our voices are heard. And make sure, remember, all of you, I'm not telling you who to vote for. I do not do that. But make sure that you are registered to vote, and you make sure that you go out and vote. Make sure you go out and vote. Make your voice be heard on November 3rd. Got to. Gil says they need to help keep America great. Well, first of all, I'm just speaking my opinion. They need to make America great before they can keep it great. Somebody's got to do it. And the only way to make it great is to put God back in it. Like I always say, God is good. God is great. He's always on time. He's never late. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out this live. I love y'all. God bless you. Thanks for all your support. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up by hitting the like button, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so that you're notified every time I post a video, because a lot of updates I guarantee is getting ready to come through. And please make sure you share, comment below after we share this out. Let me know what you think. Make sure that you check the description for my TikTok, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Facebook, and my Snapchat, so you come join me over there. Love y'all. God bless. Social distance. Stay safe. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. Sanitize. And until the next one, God bless.